Good day, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you wherever you are in the world. So once again, this is yours truly, Jeff Caceres, also known as Nomad Fury, and I am your host for today in Nomad's podcast. Okay, so I'm also the founder of Nomad Fury YouTube channel. For today's podcast, of course, we have a couple of lovely special guests for tonight. So first things first, we have the head of partnerships of Roseon Wonder app, Miss Lynn Nguyen, and we have Miss Kat Atayan, the social media manager of Roseon Wonder app. So, ladies, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. And hi, everyone.
All right. And also, I would like to say hello to all of our amazing subscribers and viewers who are tuning in to our podcast right now with the Roseon Wonder app team. So, we will be learning more from these ladies right here on what Roseon Wonder app is all about. Okay. So, guys, are we all set?
Yep.
Good to go.
Yeah, good to go.
Okay, so first things first, let's get to know more about you guys. So could you introduce yourselves and share your journey on how did you get started into the crypto, blockchain, and NFT space? So Lynn, let's start with you.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Jeff, and thanks again for having us here today. My name is Lynn. I'm Vietnamese, and our head office is based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm head of partnership at Roseon, specializing in rewards and NFTs. My role is to bring in, GameFi, Metaverse, and NFT projects for Roseon. And I've been working with Roseon for more than a year now. And, looking back then when I first started, I actually started part-time with Roseon. I was having a full-time job at a hydroelectrical company, and I was just doing TikTok videos for Roseon as a side job. And I hadn't known first thing about blockchain in general or crypto specifically. But until, doing videos for Roseon required, a certain amount of knowledge about the market, which made me read more about it and learn more about it. And it naturally grew bigger in me. And I remember the first coin that I bought was Ethereum at the price of, $400 or so. And I made a bit of profit after. And I was like, oh, okay, this is very interesting. And, the thing was that the more you learn, the more you find out that you know nothing. So it keeps me, digging deeper into it. And I didn't know exactly when I was so into it, so that I decided to quit the other job and committed full time with Roseon when both companies asked me for my decision. And here I am today.
All right. So thank you so much, Lynn, for introducing yourself to our amazing viewers here. So Kat, you're up next.
I didn't know that Lynn was like a KOL before. That's me too. It's nice.
Is very overwhelmed to start because I was very clumsy in front of camera, but practice makes a bit perfect. That's what I think. Yeah.
I just made it in my head. Like, I think most of us were recruited like via social media or like videos because so sorry for introduction. So my name is Luan or Atayan, but on the internet or in the company I'm mostly called Kat, so that's my nickname. Why Cat? It's so far from Anne or Luan because I really like cats. So it's actually from Crazy Cat Human because at the time I rescued around 12 cats. So people just kept calling me the cat lady, and then it just the nickname just stuck. So how I started in blockchain or crypto is I'm actually I'm not really into the investment or financial side of it. I'm more of into the GameFi metaverse. So ever since I was like 5 years old, I've been into games, PlayStation, PS1, PS2. I've had most of the consoles that you can think of. And then I think back in college when Bitcoin was just new, I've heard of it. And I was even invited to like purchase some Bitcoin back in like college. I was in college like 2012 or so. But the thing there is they tell you it's just a scam or it's gonna fade, something like that. But then, if only I knew how big Bitcoin is gonna be today. So I've been hearing about crypto, about blockchain for quite a while, but I only really started into GameFi last year. So I first got into it because of Axie Infinity. You know how in the Philippines, everyone wants to have a scholarship or wants to have their own team. So that's how I started. So I started researching about Axie, and then I learned, there's this GameFi community, a play to earn community, and I was actually a community manager slash KOL for my DeFi pet. And just like how Lynn got recruited from TikTok, I actually got recruited because of my some of my YouTube videos. So they wanted someone, because my content before for my DeFi pet were more in depth, like study about the mechanics. So Roseon, Alan, and a previous team member recruited me personally, saying that we want someone to bring in GameFi activity, not activities, but GameFi ideas into the company. So that's how I started my journey with Roseon. So I was also working part time before. I have my full time job. I've been working corporate purchasing, so procurement. I've been part of Manila Water. I've been part of Robinson, so the big companies here in the Philippines. But I really enjoyed the how everyone is treated like a family in Roseon. So just like Lynn, I decided to quit my full time job and go full time with Roseon. So yeah, that's how I started my journey and how I stayed with Roseon.
All right. So thank you so much, guys, for introducing yourselves and sharing your journey towards the crypto, blockchain, and NFT space. So it's nice to meet both of you. Now, speaking of working with Roseon, what inspired you guys in joining the Roseon Wonder App team, and how do you describe your overall experience in working with them?
Yeah. Okay. So I will go first. Okay. So just like I said earlier, I find it very captivating working in crypto, and the interest, gradually grew in me. And I really love how can I say, dedicated the founders of Roseon are, and how they proposition our products. I joined when there were only 3 to 4 of us. Then the dev team grow, the marketing team grow, and then we founded an art team for our NFT and game development as well. And right now we have totally more than 30 members in our company, and we have fun working together. And I feel very happy seeing all of the team, staying connected and support each other at their best as needed. And we are a lifestyle company. Everyone is not required to be at the office promptly from 9 to 5, as long as they just get their work done. And we have our company trip like 1 to 2 times a year to build our bond. And we play hard, and we work even harder. And being with Roseon since day one to today, to see what we have achieved, I can say that I feel very proud to be part of the team. And it's been a great journey with a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, I learned a lot accordingly, and always tell myself to keep up the good work. And fulfill myself better.
All right. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, Miss Lynn. Kat, you're up
Yes.
next.
So if I were to give it, I think it's both challenging but fun. So well, Lynn already discussed the fun aspect of it, but the challenging is that it's quite far from what I've studied. And I mean, my role here in Roseon is a social media manager, and then also I help come up with our mini games, so the GameFi aspect of it. So it is very challenging because the my course and my experience working for corporate is so far. So it's like I went from supply chain to marketing. So it's a very like not really opposite. There are some similarities of it, but it's I'm learning something new every day. That's quite already not something new to say, but it for me it's always learning something new. You know, like you have to still research. It's very easy to say like, oh, I'm a content writer or I'm a social media manager, but you really have to do research. You have to look at, you know, your competitors. You have to look at the top brands here in the market, and then see how you can improve your content and how you can improve your work line along with it.
All right. So thank you so much, Kat, for sharing your experience as well. In working with the Roseon Wonder App team. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Now, I know that Roseon is one of the participants last time in the NFT Metaverse GameFi 2022 event at the Cove Manila in Okada, Manila. So you were there, guys, right?
Yes.
All right. So, I have visited your booth, and then someone approached me. She explained to me about, the Roseon Wonder app, and then I download, install it, and then I got some freebies. And I've got a T-shirt, by the way, and which I've already worn it days ago. And of course, you could see this one. I haven't opened it yet. This is a mug actually. Wow. I want to open it right now. For everybody to see. Wow. Would
Yeah.
you look at that? Yeah, so I've got two freebies, by the way, in your booth. Could you share to us about your overall experience in the NFT Metaverse GameFi 2022 event last time?
Yeah. So okay, the experience was actually very, very great. We loved the venue very much because it was like epic. It was so big, and there were a lot of people there. So from our company from Vietnam, Alan, our founder and CEO, and Danny, our marketing manager, and myself were there, and we had a booth there and brought. And we had totally like 800 pieces of merchandise, and all given out surprisingly. It was and we acquired quite a lot of users back then. But due to the downside of Manila is the internet is a bit very a bit poor. That but I can say that a lot of people were very patient, to wait for our guidance and stuff, and they just follow our staff to get our freebies, which means that to show that they love our giveaway so much. And we are quite I think close to 500 users back then on the day. And my personal experience was I presented on the event, and that would be my biggest presentation ever, because there were like close to 1,000 attendee on the event. And then Alan was one of the panel as well. And we had a lot of positive feedback after the event and stuff. And yeah. Thank you. We just feel appreciated that the event went quite well, and the result was good as well.
All right. So thank you so much, Ajin, for sharing to us your experience about the NFT Metaverse GameFi 2022 event. What about you, Kat? Could you share yours?
So for my experience, actually, it was my first time meeting everyone from the company, because just like what Lynn said, the Roseon team is based in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh, but I'm a Filipino, so I'm based here in Metro Manila. So we just work remotely. So that event that night is actually the first time I met Alan and even my manager, Danny, even though I've been working for them since October. So, I mean, like, we meet every week via meetings, but meeting them, in person, it was a first time to me. And for me, well, because it's my first time meeting them, I think what was more memorable to me was spending my time with them, because the day after, the NFT Metaverse GameFi was just an overnight event, and then the following day, we actually spent the time bonding with each other. So for me, that bonding day was more of the memorable for me. But I think yeah, we've had a lot of learning. Also, even though it was a successful event, we still have some things we can improve on the following event. So we hope, like Black Tides and like Place War, they have another event like that in the future. So, and then hopefully we can attend to as a company.
All right. So at least have you shared to us about your overall experience in the stupendous NFT Metaverse GameFi 2022 event last time at the Cove Manila in Okada. So thank you so much, guys. And before we proceed to the next question, I would like to make a quick shout out to Miss Myrtle Ann Ramos of both Black Tides and Place Wars. So congratulations for that stupendous event last time. Wow. It was truly a great experience for all of us, especially after like almost 2 years that we haven't such physical events through the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's also my first time after 2 years in attending this kind of event. So wow, I would never ever gonna forget about this. All right, so let's proceed now with the next question. Okay, now what is currently the mission and vision of Roseon Wonder App?
Okay, so to answer this, I'm sure that a lot of people have heard of DeFi, and many potential users are interested in entering the world of cryptocurrency. And with the amount of crypto flowing into decentralized platforms, it continuously increasing. There are huge barriers to entry that dissuade them, and the learning curve is extremely steep due to the complexity of the instruments and the speed of market evolution, creating a barrier limiting the entry of many retail users. And we are Roseon, and we just want to simplify DeFi and bring DeFi opportunities to anyone wherever they go, right? So Roseon is a all-in-one crypto mobile investment app, and the idea here is to take the investors on a crypto journey from a launchpad, because we have a launchpad where they can invest into a brand new metaverse or GameFi tokens. And then because we have staking and farming, then you can stake those tokens to earn annual yield. And then users can play games and participate in play to earn activities and earn more tokens. And then at the marketplace, you can buy and sell those NFTs for more tokens, and the cycle just repeats. And so basically our goal here is to make your crypto investment journey easy and fun and profitable.
All right. So at least have you shared to us about the interesting mission and vision that you have for Roseon Wonder App. So Miss Yin, thank you so much for that. Now let's move on to the next question, which is one of the most important questions that we all need to know, especially for those of you who are tuning into our podcast right now. Now, could you explain how the Roseon Wonder App works in the crypto, blockchain, and NFT space, especially the use cases of your token?
Yeah, so I think this question is in support to what Miss Lynn just explained with regards to our mission and vision. So how Wonder App is our mobile application. You can download it in Apple Store, in Play Store, but we also have web version because sometimes when people at work, if you can't use your phone, they can access it via the website. So our application can be accessed almost anywhere at any time. How it works in the space is just like what Miss Lynn said. It's an all-in-one crypto app. So in most applications, you can just either do trading, savings, or pools. But if you want to buy NFTs, you have to go to another website, or you have to download another application, like websites like OpenSea or like NFT Trade. You have to go to those websites. Or if you want to play games, you have to go to the each individual project's website, or you have to download all of different applications. So Wonder App is an all-in-one application that will help our users' crypto journey. So all of those things that I said, we have Launchpad, we have CDFI aspects, we have swap, we have savings, we have pools, we have wallet management, we have our own mini games, and in the future we will even have our own metaverse. So all of these features is not just limited to your mobile app anymore. It will be into the metaverse. So I think that's what's unique, and how our um, whole ecosystem works for the whole blockchain economy. So as for our token utility, right now our token is Roseon. It's ROSN. You can buy it in MEXC, PancakeSwap, Gate, KuCoin, and then this week, actually this month, we're testing. We're already on the testing phase for our fiat on ramp feature. So you don't have to, go outside of our application anymore. You can buy Roseon. You can buy supported tokens directly on our applications. Like stable coins like USDT and BUSD, and then you can convert those in app via our swap feature to Roseon. So what is the use case of Roseon? So right now you can stake or hold specific number of Roseon to earn VIP levels. So for VIP, you can get discounts, you can get freebies, and then of course allocation to our launchpad, and then our game store. Like I said, we have our own GameFi system going on. So in our game store, you can buy NFTs with Roseon directly. And then aside from Roseon, most GameFi or most projects have a dual token system. Right now, Roseon only has one token, but we have a loyalty reward point system that we call Rose Points. So Rose Points is something that you can earn just by interacting with the app. You have daily logins. You can do mini games, or just by staking or farming, you can earn these points daily. And then these points is you can also use them to buy NFT. So it's a free to earn ecosystem.
All right. So at this, you've explained to us about the real use cases of Roseon Wonder app, especially your token called the Roseon. So thank you so much for that, Kat. But I do have a follow up question regarding the Roseon token. In CoinMarketCap, Roseon is under the Binance Smart Chain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you explain why did you guys choose Binance Smart Chain for the Roseon token over the others? And do you have any plans to have multi-chains later on, maybe in the future?
As to the why, I think maybe Lynn would be more capable to answer that, because I joined the
Yeah,
company
I know.
late. But
Okay.
for the second part of the question, we actually our app actually supports multiple chains. So we support BSC and Ethereum right now, and then in the future we're thinking of supporting Solana.
Oh, we're actually supporting Solana at the moment, just like you cannot swap in Solana. So right now we support BSC, Ethereum, Solana, and Matic at the same time. So 4 chains we're supporting right now, and of course we're working to support more blockchains in the future. And as to answer why we support BSC, because just like BSC back then is like the most easy to use blockchain. Ethereum is the must because we want to do NFT, and we just decided to go for BSC because the most easy and it's cheap. Yeah, so that's the reason.
Okay, so thank you so much for answering my follow up question. On why did you guys choose to have Binance Smart Chain for Roseon token, and also being open for multi chains in the future. So, but thank you so much for that. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. Who are your possible competitors in this space, and what makes you guys unique and standing out from the rest?
Oh, okay. So, well, we don't take any projects as competitors because to us, everyone is friends, and we're open to share knowledge and form partnerships with any projects with the same goals. And I think our advantage is we build quite fast, and we've been building since we started, and we're continuing to build. And the team is at more than 30 people at the moment, and we have half of those on marketing and community. And the other advantage I would say is we're trusted. A lot of people like and want to work with us. And even as a launchpad, we have not scammed anyone yet, and we don't plan to. And we have not scammed any token, and we launched them successfully. And now the result of the token is because of the market. But we have not had any complaints from any of our partners so far. And we have about 50 to 60 partners to date, and that's a lot of work, and we do on the partnership and marketing team. And not only we trusted brand, we build and will continue to build this awesome app. And I think a lot of people want to work with us. Every day we receive requests from projects who want to work with us, because we're very clean cut company, and we don't do anything funny. We take our business very seriously.
Okay, so at least you shared to us, about the advantages that you have in this space and what makes you guys unique from the rest. So Lynn, thank you so much for that explanation. Now,
Yep.
On to the next question. Could you share some of Roseon Wonder App's achievements from the beginning until now, especially the project partners and investors that you have on board?
I think for the achievement, one unique achievement that Roseon has done, and it's not something that's easily accomplished, even with some of the longest projects in the space, is that we've actually completed our initial roadmap. So in just 5 months, I think 5 or 6, less than 6 months of launching Roseon, they already completed their roadmap and even added Launchpad. So Launchpad and GameFi aspect, it wasn't actually on their roadmap when they launched the project. They only added it like around November, because of the boom and how it was very marketable at that time. So I think that's one of our unique achievements, because you see projects every now and then they'll tell you their roadmap is adjusted, or some features will be delayed, or some projects don't even follow their roadmap at all, or they don't give you dates. But for Roseon, we actually plan to have a yearly roadmap. So we've already laid out what we wanted. So we already accomplished what we initially set to accomplish last year. And then for this year, we have our new roadmap. And once we're done with that, we'll create a new one by next year. So we're not just giving our users empty promises. We are here, we're working, and we're not leaving. Just like what Lynn said, we're not here to scam people. We're here to work and build the product. So I think another achievement that we can be proud of is that our team. So Roseon is like it's the baby of just it started with just 2 to 3 people back then. So when the IDO, or before the IDO was held, there were only a handful of people working for Roseon. And like what Lynn said, right now we have more than 30 people worldwide. So one of our partnership heads in charge for launch pads and contacting projects too is based in Australia, is of Indian descent. And then of course, me, I'm a Filipina based here in the Philippines, and some of our community managers are, I think some of them are based in Turkey, or but that just proves that we're like a global company. Even though our base is in Ho Chi Minh, they're not limiting their employees. Like they're not saying, oh, we only want to work with Vietnamese people because it's easier to talk in local language, or it's easier to interview them. But they're accepting employees from all around the world. So that's one thing I think that is one of our biggest achievements. And as for our partners, so we're like I've been saying several times, so we've started our launch pad since November. Some of our successful projects and partners is like Chumbi Valley, Soul Chicks. We launched their tokens. Kalo app is one of the actually before Move to Earn was even a thing. Kalo has already been launched, but their tagline before was Fit to Earn or Burn to Earn. And then when the Move to Earn movement was a boom, so they shifted into that. But Roseon Pad. So our launch pad, Roseon Pad, launched Kalo token. And then we also have some GameFi projects, successful GameFi projects like MetaStrike, and then Sugar Kingdom. It's recent project. So one thing we like about Sugar Kingdom is it opens the GameFi space to a lot of people because its features is similar to Candy Crush. You know, everyone kind of knows Candy Crush, or their
Yes.
gameplay is actually just that. So our their token launch is very successful, and then we also have other partners like Fadogo. So they're more of a shop to earn feature. So those are just some of the successful partners that we've launched using our launchpad, Roseon Pad.
All right. So at least have you've shared to us about the achievements that you guys have from the beginning until now, especially the partners and investors that you have on board. Now, let's move on.
If I may just add, so I
Sure.
actually forgot because I was focusing on the partners. So I mentioned about our roadmap and our team, right? So the combination of a good product, a focused product, and a focused team. Because of that, Wonder app, our statistics, we already have 120,000 downloads across Play Store and Apple Store, and we have 50,000 KYC users. And our statistics of daily average users is up to 5,000 right now. So there's around 5,000 active users on Wonder app playing our games, staking, depositing their tokens in Wonder app. So because of our good product and a focused team, that's why we have those statistics that we can be proud of right now.
Okay. So, Kat, thank you so much for that additional information. Now, let's proceed to the next question. Aside from the achievements that you have mentioned lately, there are some challenges as well, for Roseon Wonder app. Now, could you share some of the challenges that you and your team are facing these days and how you guys overcome these challenges?
Yeah, so so everybody is aware of the current bear market, right? And it affects our price a lot, and it's been very stressful for us because when the price goes down, the community is not satisfied at all, and which totally we totally understand. But please stay assured that we always build behind the scene, and we are real, and we're not here to run away. And we listen to them and talk to them every day. And how many projects that you have seen that whose CEOs would scroll up and down the conversation in the group to answer the community? I'm sure there's very limited, right? But our CEO, Alan, and our founders do that. And I think this is the great time. We would seriously consider cutting down on marketing costs, and we would, expand our brand by educating millennials. We would work with a lot of local universities for events and workshops and stuff to build a brand awareness. And finally, as you may know, that we're licensed, and the jurisdiction of the countries that we get our license from are very strict with some specific countries. And so with the Web3 coming along, which is the DeFi experience, it would help eliminate these head-aching problems and bring more users to our app. So, yeah.
All right. So at least you've shared to us about the challenges that you guys are facing these days and how you guys overcome them. So Lynn, thank you so much for that. All right. So let's proceed to our next question. Now, could you share about the future plans of a Roseon Wonder app that would excite the community even more in the long term, especially right here in the Philippines?
So like I said, and even how I started in crypto and blockchain is because of games. So here in the Philippines, we're one of the most popular GameFi communities, not just in Southeast Asia, but across the world. So if there is one feature that would entice Filipino communities to become part of the Roseon community, would be our upcoming mini games. So right now we have a spin to win. It's a luck based game, and then we've also released a Zombie Warriors. So it's like a puzzle shooting game. So you shoot obstacles or zombies, and then you clear levels and earn rose points to exchange for rewards. So we only have a few selection at the moment, but in the future we have a lot of games that we're already actually developing at the moment. And as I've said, all of these features, including the CDFI and NFT aspects of our application, it will also be implemented into our metaverse. So Roseon is also working in its own metaverse. So it's called Roseon Wonderland. We already have website up and some of our storyline and our main character. So the main character of our Wonderland metaverse is called Roselyn. So she has a Twitter page that everyone can visit. It's at Hello Roselyn. So people, at least for the Philippines, that's the one thing that I think they would be attracted to would be our metaverse and GameFi. And of course, as with all GameFi projects, so all of the characters from our mini games are NFTs. So once our game store and NFT marketplace is out, so a lot of Filipinos would like free to play type of game. So they don't have to invest a lot of money to get NFT. So they don't have to spend thousands of pesos. They just have to invest on some of their time to play daily or weekly, accumulate some points, and then they can exchange it for an NFT and then flip it in our marketplace. So of course, people, that's something that I think a lot of Filipinos would be interested on.
All right. So at this time, you've shared to us about the future plans that you have for Roseon Wonder App, especially right here in the Philippines, in which there are more people getting involved in the GameFi, metaverse, play to earn, move to earn, whatever. So, yeah, Kat, thank you so much for that. Now, let's proceed to our next question, which is also one of the most important questions that we all need to know, especially for you guys who are tuning in to our podcast right now. Could you give us some reasons on why we should not miss out the opportunity to try out the Roseon Wonder app right now? Like, what is it for us if we keep using Roseon Wonder app for a long time?
So I'll talk about two aspects. So first would be our token. So why should I buy Roseon now? So our token right now, everyone knows we're in the bear market. A lot of tokens. Well, if you see it negatively, a lot of tokens are down or in a negative. But if you see it in a positive way, a lot of tokens are on sale. So that's the positive thinking that I would say for our token. So it's currently on sale. It's our token is very undervalued right now. Lynn briefly mentioned it. So because of the bear market, we're actually holding on to a lot of our marketing campaigns and promotions because even though even if you market on a bear market, it will just create a selling pressure. But once we see the market getting better, we'll go full on marketing, full on campaigns, and if I may say in Filipino, mapapasabi ka na lang na sayang, sana bumili na lang ako ng Roseon, something like that. So take advantage of the bear market to buy our token, increase your VIP level. So as I mentioned, if you accumulate specific number of tokens, you earn discounts, you earn bonuses on our farms and savings. up to 10%. So up to 10% bonus, that's a lot. And even for discount, so our discount, if you're on our highest VIP level, which is VIP 10, you get up to 75% discount. That's everyone wants discounts and bonuses. And then as for our application, since why you shouldn't want to miss out on Wonder app at this moment is because we're still on a developing phase. So all of our features, we're still adding more features. We're changing some of our features. Why you want to join now is because you can be a voice on what you want our product to be, what you want Wonder app to be. So just for example, we recently held a poll in the community. So on our Telegram and then Twitter community, what they want our team to focus on, because we have a lot, like I said, we have a lot of plans. We have GameFi, we have NFT, we have the metaverse. But surprisingly, one of the top votes that a lot of people want is to see a Web3 wallet of Roseon. So, think of MetaMask, think of Phantom Wallet. So, our community wants Roseon to have a feature like that. So, it's not part of our plan. It's not part of our roadmap to have a feature like MetaMask at the moment. But because that's what our community wants, that is something that we will add into our development. So that's why I would like to invite, everyone to download the application and give us feedback. Be constructive in your feedback. Because all communities, we don't want food or fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You can't just say, oh, your application is bad. You have to say, like, this is something that you can improve on, or maybe this is something that you want to add. So that's really something that they can do right now while Wonder app is still in its developing phase.
All right. So at least you've shared to us on why we should not miss out our Roseon or Wonder app right now. Like, what is it for us if we're going to use this, especially even if it's the bear market. So thank you so much for that, Kat. Okay, so but before we wrap this up, do you have any parting words for our subscribers and viewers who are tuning into our podcast right now?
So I guess for me, what I would tell the viewers, this is just like an advice, because we've already said so much about our project, about our features. For me, it's that don't be afraid to explore. This is coming from personal experience, because like what I've shared, I quit my full-time job to go into crypto. A lot of people would be like, that's a bad idea. But sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and be surprised at what you can accomplish just because you took the initiative. It's much better to say, at least I've tried, instead of saying, why didn't I try this?
All right. So thank you so much for that, Kat. You have something to say then before we are going to wrap up this podcast?
Yeah, for me, it's just like basically during a bear market, all the projects keeps building, and you guys, it's a good time for you guys to learn. Just keep learning. Yeah.
All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for today's podcast. So we have the head of partnership of Roseon Wonder App, Miss Lynn Nguyen, and we have the social media manager, Miss Atayan. So once again, ladies, thank you so much for being here in the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks everyone for having us.
And also, I would like to thank all of our amazing subscribers and viewers who are tuning into our podcast with Miss Lynn Nguyen and Miss Atayan from Roseon Wonder App. So if you guys have any additional questions that were not yet covered in this podcast, of course, feel free to leave down your questions right here in the comment section, or you can head over to their official social media channels of Roseon Wonder App. Okay. And also, guys, don't forget to share this to your friends as well, especially for those of you who are not yet aware about Roseon Wonder app. And guys, I would like to invite you all to smash the subscribe button, hit like, and turn on the notification bell for more videos, interviews, AMAs, and much more regarding cryptos, blockchain, DeFi, GameFi, play to earn, metaverse, and so on. All right, so from my freaking home studio, this is Jeff, aka Nomad Fury, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, Jeff. Bye, Jeff. Bye, Kat.
Did you enjoyed watching this video? If yes, I would like to thank you for this. And if you want to stay updated regarding my latest videos, interviews, and giveaways, just hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And also you could follow me on my official social media channels. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys on my next video.